Hey y'all, it's so Kami Ray and we back with another video. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing good because I'm doing all right. I just want to talk about insecurity and insecurity in general, because it's not fun when you are insecure, or if there are other individuals around you that are insecure, and it's just like a complicated roadmap that kind of affects and interacts and does stuff everywhere. It's kind of a hot mess, I'm not gonna lie. I could see for insecurity, like, you could think about different people in your life or just different instances in your life where you have been insecure. And if you've been like insecure for a long time and it's just become like a personality trait, a habit, you could see how that habit continuously impacts and affects you and the people around you. I really kind of want to highlight how just the impact of insecurity, because it really does affect you and the people you care about. And when you are constantly seeking for approval, seeking for attention, seeking for just more, or belittling yourself, because it kind of just shows up differently. So sometimes there will be instances where you constantly seek validation, like, I'm ugly, I don't look good, is this okay, is that okay, is that like... And sometimes when you're constantly like that all the time, it can be deteriorate. It can just really be, it can negatively affect you internally and the people around you. You could constantly drain the people that you care about, always trying to have them uplift you consistently, day-to-day basis. I could see either way. It can be over time, something negatively impacting yourself or others. One is consistent and it becomes a part of your daily habit, or just how you kind of interact with the world. You kind of become a draining individual, or they become a draining individual, and you kind of have to like navigate the way you go about it. I feel like some people go over the top by cutting people off just because they're not in the best mental period, because those can last for a hot minute. But it's like, unless if they're not actively like taking their insecurity, turning into jealousy, and like negatively trying to attack you or try to take what quote unquote was yours or whatever, it's rough. You form certain habits, you form certain validations, or you're too quiet. You, like, if you're insecure, you may mumble a lot, you may stutter a lot. This is not like I'm just kind of giving what I like, what I feel like goes along with it, or what I've noticed based off of these traits. This is not always the case. That's what I want to say. It's not always the case, but like a lot of the time when it comes to insecurity, yeah, you may stutter a lot, you may mumble, you may always look down. There's like so many little habits, and when you're doing all of this, you're affecting who you are growing into. So if you don't have the self-worth to look up and hold your head up high, hold your shoulders back, and be strong in your body, already you're literally creating to be a hunchback. Like you like, your body shows it, your energy shows it, like your life shows it. Like when you take on these habits, this path, it becomes like a trickle effect that negatively just impacts little stuff like posture, how you sound, how you're able to communicate. And sometimes insecurity comes and ruins relationships. Like, you start getting jealous, you start projecting, you start like insinuating things, and you can be hurting your own relationships because you may not know how to navigate yourself and your emotions, and you don't feel secure. And like, we gotta find that sense of security. And that comes with patience and self-love. Like, you can't, like, I feel like the biggest part of insecurity, the biggest downfall, is that you're only seeking approval outside of yourself. When you're seeking for things outside of yourself, so you're not growing into yourself, you're growing into what someone else would want. You're growing into this, like, you could be a puppet, you could go into dangerous situations because you don't feel solidified in yourself, or you become a problem for other people and making it like making yourself a hazard or an inconvenience because you don't feel solid in yourself. And I've really been self-reflecting about like how negativity can trickle down in every little aspect of your life. It really affects the flow, the ebb and flow, and it really can come in the way of your blessings because you don't feel like you deserve what you deserve. It is hard being in that space because it's just like, it's kind of like, if I could illustrate it, it's just basically like a big scribble everywhere, and like you're trying to take that and like snap it into a straight line, and you gotta find like that one thing that will really untangle the whole mess. To help with that sense of insecurity, yes, centering yourself, forgiving yourself, finding grace, listening to other people. You really gotta listen to other people, be able to handle constructive criticism. I know when you're in a sense of insecurity, like you tend to blow up situations, or the other people around you tend to blow up situations more than what they are, kind of finding problems where there doesn't need to be. And another huge aspect of like that insecurity is that your phone is designed to be your world. So your phone and everything you're consuming is gonna reflect that. Say if your insecurity turned into a hate for the opposite gender or the gender that you're attracted to, and you're consuming that information, and you're taking that information in consistently, and you form an aspect of reality, a perspective of reality that may consistently hinder you from finding your true love, because you're hurt and your wound is taken out for the entirety of the feminine population or masculine population. People allow circumstances to completely ruin the whole big picture. Like, people feel like, oh, there's one bad puzzle piece, the whole puzzle is ruined. Or you feel like everything is just ruined just because one thing is missing. Like, people want to find a scapegoat. People really want to find a scapegoat, or you may want to find a scapegoat so you don't have to face yourself, face your insecurity, face these pains. And it's a lot. It's a lot to face it. It's a lot to go through your emotional body. And some people may have help, some people don't have help, but it's like there are certain things you have to go and do for your soul's growth, and you have to persevere just for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your loved ones. Like, I know we're constantly always seeking for stuff, but like the mother and father that you've always wanted is within yourself. The friend, the therapist, like, and all of that, you can find that within yourself, and you can create those situations, outcomes, and circumstances to achieve your ideal person, your ideal body, your ideal being. And it's like finding a way to navigate and not allow insecurity to fester and consume you for your goals, consume yourself, and just kind of ruin like good things. Like, you can be in a good space, but if you don't tackle or handle your sense of insecurity, you self-sabotage. And like, you may be affecting how other people feel and look at you, but like at the same time, there's always ways to redeem yourself, but you gotta keep going and like keep on fighting for another tomorrow when it comes through this aspect of insecurity that you're dealing with. Another aspect of insecurity is that like sometimes you don't really realize how you come off because you're so trapped in your emotional hurt body that you don't even get a clear sense of how you look, how you interact with the world. And I believe a lot of self-inspection and a lot of self-introspection is very important when it comes to interacting with the external world, and being able to honor yourself within. You'll be able to honor stuff outside of you, and that stuff outside of you will be able to honor you back. On the aspect of energy, like if you're putting out this belief, this negativity with yourself, you're kind of running off that core. That's kind of like if you're thinking about I don't know, you could compare yourself to like a car or something or a robot, like your power core. Insecurity could become your source. It can become a way that your energy is just transferred into the world around you, and your operating system. You're creating and securing this perception, this aspect of reality, because you're constantly, you may not be aware either, but when you find that awareness, that's where that's like the first step, and it can be hard. Finding awareness and then implementing practice. But once you're able to find those things, you should be able to change and replace the core aspect of yourself, like what I was talking about, like your fuel source. You will be able to transform the energy and the way you are able to interact with the world, and the way the world interacts with you. Obviously, like it's not things don't always go your way, and that's okay. You just don't have to internalize it. You're just learning and you're experiencing and you're growing. You don't have to take that in. And like, keep on having intention, because that is the strongest part. So realign yourself with your intention. Feel yourself when it comes to that intention, and allow that to guide you and course correct as it happens. So your intention was to help somebody, but your lack of communication or your ability to communicate is kind of struggling because you've gone through certain experiences where you become fearful and you start constantly stay in a state of walking through eggshells. You're actively having experiences where it's teaching you how to interact, and when it comes to interacting with another person, it's like a give or take, and you're learning about yourself and the other individual. The other individual can be completely wrong. Like, I'm not saying situations where other people are always right, because people are always right, because you could be in a position where y'all both are insecure and you're just feeding back and forth that energy, and that's not fun either. So just take those experiences, learn from them, and not allow them to just Like, take those experiences and not allow that experience to define who you are, because who you are is more than just one little thing, something going right or something going wrong. It's always more than what you feel like it is. So I've kind of rambled a little bit. I do want to come back to this topic a little bit more clear and with a little more backbone. There's still things I want to cover when it comes to insecurity, because it is a very complicated process on all levels. But I appreciate you guys hearing me out. But yeah, please don't internalize negative situations and hold yourself high. Analyze how you interact with the world and realign and redefine who you want to be and who you want to grow into and what do you want to look like. And that can change, and if it changes, allow it to change. Experiment, feel, be, let go, and that will definitely help on that aspect and that journey of insecurity when it comes to interacting with other people or when it comes to interacting with yourself. But thank you for hearing me out. I love y'all. Peace and love. Peace and love. Have a wonderful have a wonderful day, night, morning, or whatever it is. Like and subscribe. All right, bye.